It's Monday night, and you know what that means. Downstairs Entertainment, in association with Davey Boy Productions, presents Rex Rivetter, Private Eye. This season builds on the characters and plot lines from Season 1, so if you haven't caught up, we recommend you go back and listen to the episodes you missed. We'll be right here when you get back. Welcome back, and now, ladies and gentlemen, the third part of Rex Rivetter, Private Eye in The Long Con.
Here. He wants to talk to you.
Who?
Handsome Johnny.
She smirks as she hands me the phone. John Roselli?
Who wants to know?
The name's Rivetter. Rex Rivetter. I've been looking for you.
Rivetter. Where have I heard that before?
Max Spazzamonte.
Never met him.
Don't get cute. You were looking for Max's black book. You thought I had it, so you ran my secretary off the road.
Rivetter. Oh, I remember you. Gumshoe, right? Small time. What do you want?
To kill you.
You kidding?
Not even a little.
Look here, small time. You're nothing. You get it? You're nobody. Just get the hell out of town before I begin to notice you.
The line goes dead. Fire one off into the phone to make sure. Irrational anger. I don't feel any better.
Criminy, mister. What's wrong with you?
Call him back.
Who?
Johnny. Call him back.
How? You shot the phone.
Is that the only blower in this joint?
What?
Blower, horn, phone. Is that the only phone in this place?
Yeah, jeez.
You want to know something ironic? 6 months ago, I would have hit you.
That's not irony.
The only reason I don't is because a guy told me it was a bad idea to hit women.
Still not irony.
That was the same day that your little friend Roselli ran my secretary off the road and killed her, which is what brings me to here and now, standing in front of the only person I've met in the last 6 months that can get me to Handsome Johnny. And the only thing keeping me from smacking you into next week is the idea that Jenny wouldn't like it.
That might be irony.
Where is he?
The guy that told you not to hit women?
I'm not going to hit you, but I might shoot you.
Well, then you'll never find him. Roselli, not the guy that told you not to.
Button your lip. She picks up her purse and starts to leave. Where do you think you're going?
Well, you're not going to shoot me. You're not going to hit me. So, I'm going home.
Where's Roselli?
How should I know?
Where did you call him at?
I'm not saying.
I follow her. By my estimate, it's been almost 15 minutes since the first of the patrons ran out. One of them was likely to call the cops, which means they're on their way. I don't want to be here when they show up. Ruby heads across the parking lot to a little 2-seater German import. Too expensive for a waitress's salary. She fires up the engine and drives off into the night. I can hear the sirens in the distance. Spending a few days in a Las Vegas hoosecow isn't going to get me closer to Roselli. So, I let her go. I start my car and roll out of the parking lot. The girl turns right, so I do too. There's no way she doesn't see me behind her. But she doesn't speed up. So, neither do I. Ruby's cream-colored Carangia heads south, out of town. Once we're away from the Palomino, my hands stop shaking so much. Adrenaline drains away, and I'm left with a hole where the anger lives. 20 minutes, we're off the main road and onto an old dirt one, heading toward a low-slung ranch house. There's no other buildings in sight. I slow to a stop after she turns into the gravel driveway. The look Ruby gives me as she steps out of her car is a mixture of amusement and allure. She's not afraid, which means I should be.
Are you coming?
She pauses for a minute, and I'm not certain she was talking to me. But we seem to be the only two living souls for miles. So I pull in after her, wondering, even then, why. And she doesn't wait. As I'm getting out of the car, I look for her. The only evidence of her passing. The front door is wide open. The yard is plush and green, despite the fact that we're in the middle of a desert. Someone was paying a lot of money on appearance. But that's just the prelude. The inside of the house has spotted, deep blue carpeting and seafoam green walls. The floor-to-ceiling bookcases are filled with hardbound classics and a pristine set of Funkin' Wagnalls, with an inset television that matches the bookcase and flooring. I hear the sound of ice cubes falling into glass from deep inside, and follow its siren call. She's in the kitchen, pouring bourbon from a decanter. The floors are a patchwork of black and white tile, like a game table.
Make yourself at home. Drink?
Sure, why not?
I like mine over rocks. You?
Is it the good stuff?
Only the best here.
Straight then. She gives a half smile and slides a glass with 2 fingers already poured. She's right. It is good.
Take a look around. I'm going to change.
She leaves the kitchen with her glass and disappears down a hallway, unconcerned that there's a stranger wandering around in her home. Maybe she doesn't have anything to hide. The kitchen is clean, with all the newest gadgets either on the counter or hanging on a wall. No telephone. So I make my way back into the living room I passed when I came in. It's a wide open area with a wall of windows facing the west, probably offering a beautiful view of the mountains at sunset. Tucked in a corner that I missed on my first pass is a baby grand piano with a few pieces of mail on it addressed to somebody named Frederick Inmore. Several fabric chairs are scattered about the room, dyed a muted orange, which intentionally clash with the surroundings. On a dark wood table near a wall sits a powder blue Western Electric. It's not an easy thing to lift the receiver and keep the plunger button pressed down, but if you're going to eavesdrop on a call, it's worth the practice. I lift the receiver to my ear before releasing the button, and am rewarded with the tail end of a conversation.
You're on your way over?
What'd you take him there for?
I didn't take him here. I told you he followed me. Where else was I supposed to go?
Where's he now?
I don't know. I left him in the kitchen.
Alone?
No, he brought the Mormon Tabernacle Choir with him.
What are you gonna do with him?
I thought we'd look through the Saturday Evening Post. What else should I do with him?
I'm sure you'll think of something.
I can't stay long. He'll suspect something. What should I do?
Make him comfortable.
A half-finished game of chess sits on a marble board. I move over to it just as Ruby enters the room. She's changed into a red polka dot top and jeans 2 sizes too long, cuffed at the ankle.
Do you play?
Chess? No.
Neither does Father, but he keeps a board to give off the illusion he's an intellectual.
Does he have a lot of visitors?
He and Mother entertain a lot.
Where are they now?
Out. We have the place all to ourselves.
She sways over to a mahogany hi-fi set and starts flipping through some record albums.
Unfortunately, Dad's taste in music is kind of old-fashioned. Big band stuff, Benny Goodman, Glenn Miller, some guy named Shaw. I can't dance to this.
No chess, no dancing. Guess we're stuck talking.
For that, we need more cocktails.
She takes my glass and glides back toward the kitchen.
Have a seat. Make yourself comfortable.
I find a spot on the couch. She returns shortly with our drinks. 3 fingers this time. Thanks. There are 2 other chairs in the room, but she sits next to me on the sofa. Close.
What'd you say your name was?
Rivetter.
And what do you want with Johnny?
To kill him.
Mister, you must be crazy. You're not gonna kill anybody.
No? What makes you think that?
You're not the kind.
Oh, don't be so sure.
What's your deal? You're not the law, too rumpled. You're not one of Johnny's type. So what are you, some jilted husband or somebody that got swindled on a deal or something?
How do you know him?
Johnny? He comes in the club once in a while.
And you check his hat?
Yeah, that's my job.
Does he hand out his number to all the hat girls or just the pretty ones?
Mister, we're all pretty. Drink up, I'm lapping you.
Her glass is empty. I don't even remember seeing her drink. I watch her leave and feel uncomfortable doing so. I'm old enough to be her much older brother. She returns a few minutes later with the decanter and sets it on the floor at her feet before taking her place next to me on the sofa.
Now, where were we, Mr. Rivetter?
You were telling me how you came to have Handsome Johnny's phone number.
Was I?
She leans across me to reach for a turquoise and silver case on the end table. She flips it open and takes out a cigarette.
Got a light?
She's still leaning across me. Her eyes are all I can see. In my pocket.
Is that what that is? Do you want to get it? Or should I?
A mischievous smile plays across her lips as she sits upright. There's a lighter on the table next to the cigarette case. I take a smoke myself and light for the both of us.
You're no fun.
I finish my scotch and she pours me another. 5 fingers.
What should we do now?
She's trying to keep my mind off the inevitable arrival of Handsome Johnny and his boys. I'm trying not to look like I'm waiting for the same thing. My shotgun is in the trunk of my car in the driveway. There's not much chance of getting it inside without her noticing. So the pistol slung around my shoulder will have to do. We're playing a dangerous game. There's a chance she'll be caught in the crossfire. I guess I should be ashamed that I don't consider her safety for a minute. But the only thing that matters is Roselli. He's going to die by my hand tonight. Or I'm going to die by his. The clock on the wall says 1:15. We're sitting on the couch, where we've been for hours. There's no sign of Roselli. Ruby stopped looking angry about the time we finished off the decanter and she brought a new bottle from the kitchen. She looks like smoky bourbon. It smells like a wild desert sunset. Her hair falls over one eye, and I resist the urge to brush it away. She leans in, close.
Rex?
Yeah?
Will you kiss me?
She doesn't have to ask a second time. Her lips are soft. A voice in my head is screaming at me to stop. But I ignore it. How many more days do I have? How many more nights? How many chances am I going to have to feel the warmth of a woman? Even briefly. So very briefly. Maybe this is part of the plan, but in this moment, it doesn't matter. She pulls away and looks deep into me. Her hand finds mine, and and she leads me down the hall into her bedroom. When I shut the door, her arms are tight around my neck and her lips find mine. I feel her need and answer with my own. The rest of the world falls away. There's only the two of us.
Sparkle face McNutter Butter is my friend, Sparkle face McNutter Butter is...
Randy, why are you down here with one of my stuffed unicorns?
Sparkle face McNutter Butter says, hello! Where's Mama Dog? Mama Dog, where are you?
Do you need a belly rub?
Randy, you do realize that I need you as Dark Rex in like 20 minutes.
Still? Oh, I don't want to be Dark Rex.
Randy, 20 minutes.
I can't go that dark that fast.
Fine. Oh, I know. Take this and go into the writing room.
Dungeon.
Writing room. Listen to 3 episodes of Diary of a Madman. The episodes are really short. You can listen to like 2 or 3 in 20 minutes.
They scare me.
Good.
It's dark in there.
Yes.
Can I take Sparkle face McNutter Butter?
No.
Can I...
Go. If you enjoy your podcast stories a little darker, a little more twisted, or if you enjoy being uncomfortable with what you're hearing, then you should also check out Paul Sading's Diary of a Madman. It's available wherever you find podcasts or by going to www.paulsating.com under the podcast tab. Delve into the mind of a madman and get twisted.
Oh my God! Kelsey!
I'm ready.
Oh, crap. Not that dark, Randy. Too dark.
Sorry. Unicorn?
Fine. Just for a second.
Yay.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, we return to Rex Rivetter, Private Eye in The Long Con.
A sliver of light pierces the veil of slumber, like a killer's blade. I'm alone, in a bed of pillows and stuffed pink toys. Not my bed. Memories come back reluctantly. Ruby. I wish I could blame the drinks. But even though we'd finish off enough booze to drive a wino mad, we were both sober as the proverbial judge. I'd dress and find a lavatory down the hall to wash in. I'm almost ready to face what happened. Ruby? I call out, but there is no answer. Ruby! I wander from room to room, expecting to see her, but find only myself. Eventually, I look out the front door. A single car in the driveway. Mine. A look at the clock on the wall tells me it's 8:15, and I wonder for a moment if I should stay. Maybe she left so Roselli could come and take care of business. But I dismissed that idea. If that was his plan, he would have come in the middle of the night. So I get in my ride and drive off. As I make my way off the dirt road, it dawns on me. I haven't eaten since yesterday morning. So I make it back to Las Vegas and find a diner. 2 runny eggs, some burnt toast, and a cup of coffee later, and I'm on my way back to the Alaskan.
Hey, mister. How's the room?
The desk clerk spots me on my way to number 7. It's fine.
You need anything? Fresh towels?
No, thanks.
You gonna be staying much longer?
No, maybe one more day?
What about your friends?
What friends?
A feller and a lady showed up early this morning, says it was a surprise. Oh, maybe I shouldn't have said nothing. They's in the room next to you.
I make for room 6 as quick as I can. The lock is cheap. One kick and the door flies open.
Help!
What the?
A young couple, possibly on their honeymoon. Possibly not. I move on to room number 8.
Mister, what are you doing?
I put shoe leather to wood again. A man comes charging at me from the bathroom wearing only a towel, his hair wet from the shower.
Jimmy, don't!
I recognize him just before I fire. My aim is off, so I'm not sure if I hit him or not, but he does a real number on me. Jimmy the Sandman Sloane shows me how he got his nickname. I wake up sometime later thanks to some voices and a bucket of cold water.
Swear I heard a gunshot.
I gave you an extra 20. Maybe you could see a doctor about that.
About?
Hearing things.
Oh, whatever you say, lady. Hey, is he gonna be alright?
Him? Yeah. He's tougher than he looks. See? No permanent damage. Although, Jimmy, you should probably register with the Department of Transportation. You hit him like a freight train.
You all right, Mr. Rivetter?
I'll live. Everybody else okay?
Do you normally bust into people's motel rooms and shoot at them?
Sorry, I thought you might be someone else.
Maybe Jimmy should have hit you a little harder.
Lila,
What? He abandoned us.
I wouldn't exactly call it abandoning us. We live in Los Angeles. He just left us without telling us.
Or taking us with him. Abandon.
I'm staring at the ceiling from the bed inside room 8. Sloane helps me up. Look.
I expect Mr. Rivetter had his reasons, ain't that right?
Sure.
And it ain't our place to give him a hard time.
Oh, really?
Look, if he feels bad about it, then we don't need to make him feel no worse. And if he don't feel bad, nothing we say is going to change that, so...
Well, maybe this ain't about making him feel worse. What if it's about making me feel better?
Do you?
What?
Feel better.
But I wasn't finished.
Lila.
Should I leave you two alone?
Oh, no. The last time you left us alone, you skipped out of town.
You should probably take it easy, Mr. Rivetter. You was unconscious for a good 5 minutes.
At least.
Lila.
I'll be fine. How did you find me?
Wasn't easy.
Yeah. We had to stop at a bunch of motels until we found the one with the biggest rat fink, which in this town ain't easy.
Lila gave the guy your name and description. She said she was your sister and you were supposed to attend our wedding.
It's just a story. Don't get any ideas, big man.
He told you where I was?
Yeah. Why not? People are always happy to help me. Lila says it's on account of me size.
Lila's a bright girl.
Brighter than you know. We found Andy, too.
Andy?
Jimmy's brother. The whole reason you came here.
Right. Well, that's great. Then you don't need me.
Not exactly. See, we found his gem, but I don't think he's going to want to see me. I just need you to talk to him, get him to meet with me, then you can go about your own business here.
My own business?
Way I see it, you wasn't going to help us till Lila mentioned that guy. What's his name?
Gorgeous George?
Handsome Johnny.
Same thing.
Mr. Rivetter, you don't owe me nothing, but I'm doing something I don't like to do. I'm asking a favor. I just need you to talk to Andy, get him to meet with me, and you can get back to what you're doing. Please. It's important to me.
Sloane is the last dog at the city pound. The bags under his eyes make him look like a basset hound, bewildered by his master's commands. All right, Jimmy. I'll talk to him. But after that, you and Lila clear out. No more following me. Deal?
Rex.
You promise not to disappear again until you talk to Andy?
Jimmy.
Sure.
Rex.
Deal.
Hold on. Don't I get a say in this? Jimmy, once Rex talks to your brother, he's gone.
Lila, honey.
No, look at him.
Lila.
He's not planning on... Look at him. You're not coming back to Los Angeles, are you?
Lila, that's his business.
No. Look, Rex, we've known each other a long time. And I've seen you take on some hard times, sure. But this ain't like you. You're giving up. You're giving in. I know that look. I've seen it.
Honey.
I've worn that look. Jimmy, you don't understand. This isn't like Rex. He doesn't give up. I knew something was wrong the minute you stepped into that club. I could see it.
Baby.
Jimmy, you're not listening to me.
Her eyes go wild with fear. She tries to bore into my heart, looking for the man she knew, but He's gone. And she's right. He's not planning on coming back.
Rex, look at me. Don't look away. Look at me. Rex, I don't know what you've got planned with this Johnny guy, but you can't go through with it. Come home with us. We'll go find Andy and then we'll all go home. Don't go.
Lila.
Rex, please.
Alice.
The room goes silent and thick with an emotion I used to know.
Alice. Look at me, baby.
Lila's eyes fog over as the name sinks in.
Jimmy?
I'm here.
She turns to him, slowly, away from me. For the first time in years, Alice Crimley stands before me. Small-town girl caught up in a big-city game. Jimmy Sloane folds his arms around her and helps to soothe her pain. The peaceful look on his face tells me everything I need to know about him. He'll take care of her until his dying breath. Finally, he looks up at me and speaks the last words I hear him say.
Find Andy, Mr. Rivetter. He's at a place called Escobar's in Jean. We'll be here.
I grab my belongings from my room, settle my bill, and leave the Alaskan. Forever. Jean, Nevada is not actually a town. It's a gas station, a post office, a courthouse, and a casino, located about 12 miles north of the California border. Nobody lives in Jean. They just come here to do their civic business and gamble. The guy at the Texaco tells me Escobar's gym sits 2 miles east of the middle of nowhere, but declines to ask why I want to know. Folks out here see themselves as independent of society, separate, living by rules they make, that we outsiders don't quite understand. There's probably an analogy there somewhere, but I'm not in the mood to look for it. I'm looking for something else. The gym stands by itself on a lonesome dirt path. This early in the day, there are only a few cars parked in the dirt. 2 heavies stand outside, blocking my path.
Sorry, pal. Gym's closed. Private training session.
I have work to do after this meeting, so I'm not in the mood to play games.
Turn around, buddy. Nobody goes in.
My knee flies into his most private of privates. An uppercut leaves him out like a bath mat, groaning. Bozo number 2 rushes me. His left catches my ear and leaves a ringing sound. But he's off balance now, so I headbutt. Blood bursts from his nose and there's a look of shock in his eyes. This guy's no fighter, he's just big. 2 quick jabs, and he's dazed. A good solid connection with my right, and he goes down for the count. I step over him to get to the door. Inside, it smells like musty sweat, cheap cologne, and despair. A large ring stands off to my right, and inside is Jimmy Sloane, only younger and lighter.
Is this him? You don't look like much.
The guy in snakeskin shoes turns to look at me.
Are you David?
Nope, I'm Rivetter.
Rivetter? Never heard of you. You a boxer?
Nope. I'm just here to talk to him. Are you Andy?
Yeah? What's it to you?
Jimmy sent me. He wants to talk to you.
Jimmy.
Andy, who is this Klaus? I don't know how you got in here, but this is training time. Beat it.
This won't take a minute. Jimmy's fine. He's in town and wants to see you.
Why didn't he come himself?
Look, pal, didn't you hear me?
Snakeskin grabs me by the arm. He looks tired, so I put him down for a nap.
Hey, what you doing? That's my manager.
Just delivering a message, and I thought we could use some privacy. Andy moves to the ropes and starts to climb through.
Look, mister, I don't know who you are.
I wait until he's at his most vulnerable. Then I land a solid one on his kisser.
Jesus, buddy. What's wrong with you?
I'm in a hurry and need your attention.
Okay, talk.
Your brother's at the Alaskan Motel in Las Vegas, room 8. Go see him.
And?
And what? That's it.
That's it? Why didn't he come himself?
Because you disappeared on him. He said you stopped returning his calls.
What calls? I don't hear from him in 2 weeks, and suddenly he's too good to come down here himself. Typical. He's always so open.
Shut up. Go see Jimmy. Sort it out with him. I've got other things to do. And would somebody please answer that phone?
Who? There's nobody else here but you and me, and I got gloves on.
Ah, for the love of... What?
What? Who the hell is this?
Rivetter. Who's this?
Rivetter? Hold on. Where's Bernie?
Who's Bernie?
That's me manager.
Huh. Bernie's indisposed right now. Who's this?
Who's this? Why, it's your old pal, Handsome Johnny.
Tonight's episode of Rex Rivetter Private Eye starred Randy Coull and featured Cristyn Chandler as Ruby and Christopher Szabo as Handsome Johnny Roselli. Tonight's guest stars were Dawn Oliwa as Lila and Tom Steward as Jimmy Sloane, with appearances by Tom Block, Tom Raftery, Greg McAfee, James Steinberg, and Rhiannon McAfee. It was written by Greg McAfee and is transcribed in San Diego, California. It was produced by Downstairs Entertainment, with recording, sound, and editing by Davey Boy Productions. The Rex Rivetter theme, Nightmare, by the Artie Shaw Orchestra, is used with permission of Music Sales Corp. Rex Rivetter is directed by Rhiannon McAfee, with vocal, sound, and technical direction by Dave Rivas. Rex Rivetter Private Eye is now a part of Fatecrafter Studios, where you can listen to Rex Rivetter Private Eye, as well as other great audio dramas at fatecrafters.net. If you love our show, you can donate towards production costs at www.patreon.com/RexRivetter. Next Monday, catch our recap show, Riveting Conversations, wherever you listen to Rex for behind-the-scenes interviews with cast and crew. If you enjoyed tonight's episode, please find us on the internet at www.dsentertain.com or on the Facebook or the Twitter. And be sure to join us in 2 weeks, same time and place, for the exciting fourth part of Rex Rivetter Private Eye and The Long Con. For Downstairs Entertainment, this is Greg McAfee speaking.